I thought long and hard about, why we have all these terrible diseases that we don't need to have. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancer, chronic fatigue, and so on. And I realized ultimately there are two sources of all illness, and one is ignorance. We just don't know. And the other is addiction. We know, but we can't quit the sugar or the caffeine or the alcohol or whatever it happens to be. So my mission in Optimum Nutrition is to teach people what optimum nutrition is, so at least they know. That's the first step, they know. And of course, when you start to get well nourished, it makes it so much easier to then quit some of those addictions, like excess sugar, alcohol, caffeine, and so on. So the mission really is to empower people to be as healthy as they possibly can be. One of my first teachers, Dr. Holford, when in his sort of mid-90s, 2 weeks before his death, he stopped seeing patients. 4 days before his death, he said, "I'm not feeling very good." And 2 days before his death, he checked into the local hospital. He didn't have any diseases as such. His organs just started to pack up and slow down. And he died without drugs, not in pain, with 2 weeks off work in his 90s. Now that is actually how it should be for all of us. And yet we are accepting almost a fate that we should be losing our memory, developing Alzheimer's, and losing our muscle strength and unable to walk. And this is the consequence of the radical change that has happened in our total environment, in our food supply and the toxins that we take in and the way we live our life. So health is not difficult to achieve, but first of all, you need to know what to do. And that's what all my books and courses and webinars and podcasts are about. And actually, it's really fun to learn because it relates to who you are and very easy to put into practice. You don't need to suffer. You actually end up eating wonderful, healthy food. We're just lucky here in the Black Mountains of Wales because we're putting it into practice. Not everyone can do that, but at least we can all buy healthy food.